Hi everybody, Rochelle here from Quebec CICHLID. Today I have a ton of new Lake Malawi African cichlids to show you. Let's go! So before we get started, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. I post new fishy content on every Thursday, so make sure not to miss a single video. So this week's shipment is all about Lake Malawi African cichlids. I got a bunch of other fish as well and some inverts, but what I really wanted to put the emphasis on is these cichlids, simply because, well, I love them. So we're gonna be looking at all the groups from Lake Malawi, the Haps and predators, the peacocks, as well as the Mbunas. I'm really excited about this video because all of the fish in this video are locally bred. All the peacocks and haps are from me, and I also dealt with some local breeders for the Mbunas. If you want to be one of my local breeders, just contact me on my Facebook page and I'll get in touch. Just tell me what fish you have, what size they are, and we'll get talking. Maybe your fish will be in my next video. So let's get started with the haps and predators. Let's start off with the Lake Malawi Hypochromics and predators. I set them up in this 125-gallon tank. You'll recognize this tank as one that I set up in my Fish Store Extreme Makeover episodes. These Copadscremis Borlei Kedango are on the verge of coloring up. As with all haps in this presentation, they can get pretty big. Here is what they look like as adults. This is an actual fish that I had in store, obviously before I started making videos for YouTube. The male becomes orange like you saw in the picture, and the female stays gray with orange fins. Next are my 7 large dolphins. The larger males started developing their humps and their lips are changing color and growing as well. This is a colony fish, so keep them in groups. I usually sell them at my store around 2 inches. I just couldn't resist the urge of sending some to my growing facility to make some grow out. I'm really happy with the result. These are from a breeder colony I used to have, so I'm happy to see that they look so much like their parents. If you want to learn more about Lake Malawi Hypochromics, I will link a video in this video's description that explains everything you need to know about how to keep this fish. Next is the Nimbochromis fuscotenatus, a fish in the predator group of Lake Malawi cichlids. The most famous Nimbochromis is the venustus. This is another species though, which has a more elongated shape and a different color. Here's a picture of what they will look like as fully grown adults. It's a magnificent fish. Heading off to another group of fish from Lake Malawi, the Aulonocara. These are my pride and joy. These Aulonocara all come from my breeder colonies that I have in my store's breeding section. Some are from past colonies that I don't have anymore, and some are from new colonies. My peacocks, that's the common name for Aulonocara, are separated into 2 125-gallon tanks. Some are in a peacock-only tank, and the others are mixed in with the haps as these 2 groups of fish are compatible. This lemon jake is the first baby from my new colony that grew out and is ready to sell. There are plenty more where that came from, but they're still too small. So for now, I only have one. And this is the first one. So he's really special. The last group of fish from Lake Malawi are the Mbunas. I usually get small Mbunas, but this week, do I ever have a treat for you. Here are the Pseudotropheus Cenerabdos mangano. They are all about 4 inches long. You'll notice that some of the fish don't have the same color as the others. Some are pale blue and others have a black line. The pale blue ones are the dominant males. When they are fully grown, the number 1 male will lose his line and dress in this color instead. When I was starting off in fish keeping, this really baffled me. The first time I saw this, I thought it was another fish that had gotten mixed in with my Mangano tank somehow. When I put the necks in, it just colored back up like the others. I thought it was a master at hiding. It took longer than I'm proud to admit before I figured it out. The final fish is my Pseudotropheus crabro. This Mbuna is pretty neat. The male changes color from yellow with brown bars to black with, well, black bars. In the wild, it usually colors up to black in order to do some mischief and sneak into some Cynodontis lair and eat their eggs. Cynodontis are catfish. Because the crabro are disguised, the unlucky catfish won't see through their ruse. Pseudotropheus crabro are available in many sizes. I put the giant ones in my 150-gallon Mbuna tank. I have some that are a little bit smaller, at around 3 to 4 inches, and I mix them in with my peacocks. Now, you know how I always say that Mbunas and peacocks should not be mixed together, but certain exceptions apply? Well, this is one of the exceptions. Of course, this fish is aggressive and you should really add it carefully and check your fish to make sure that he's not overly aggressive. But this Mbuna is an omnivore and can easily feed off the same pellets that you will feed your peacocks. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you want to be kept up to date with all of my new shipments and all of my fish and to see everything, subscribe to my newsletter. I'll put a link in the video description. When I get new shipments, I send an email out to everybody who is subscribed with the whole list and the pricing for the fish that I have. And if you like this video in particular, well, you know there is plenty more where that came from. Subscribe to the channel because I post a new video on every Thursday, so you don't want to miss a single one. And if you want more fishy content in between my weekly videos, well, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter, and I have a great website where you can shop online and see all the fish I have for sale. I ship throughout Canada. If you like this fabulous Cichlid Geek t-shirt, well, you can get it on my Teespring store. The t-shirts ship worldwide. Every sale I make of this t-shirt, and well, obviously on my real store, all of it encourages me to continue making these awesome videos and providing you with these great fish. So thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.